So, gonna show you our beginner garden here and an update on the orchard. There's good things happening and not so good things happening. So you can see the chickens behind me. They are free ranging now. Some of them are getting friendlier than others, but I think they are associating me with food. So they've been choosing to pretty much stick to their coop in the shade, but now that I'm up here, they're coming to see what's up. So yesterday was their first day free ranging and they did well. They're so funny to watch. But what was not so funny is they found the calendula little sprouts that were coming up and they were digging them up and eating them. So I have this temporary fencing that I had purchased. It's definitely not going to keep any other animals out, but it's just to keep them away while everything is getting established. This is, we do have some stronger metal fencing we want to put at the bottom around the garden, and then we are still going to use this flexible, it's just a plastic netting, and we're going to put that on the rest of the top. So we're going to have a total of 8 feet of fencing around the garden for the deer and such. But this is where they were digging yesterday. You can see my little baby calendula coming up, and there's some bare spots here where they were eating. And I am growing the calendula for them, but I also want it for me to make some skincare products. So I don't have any lettuce popping up yet, but I do have some radishes that are definitely coming up. And we did purchase some tomato plants, a 6-pack, and it was a reduced price. So I have a couple here, no, 3 here, and they're doing okay. And I have some in pots that I'll show you. But I hate to pay $4 for 1 tomato plant, but this was $3.29 for 6 plants. So I'm like, okay, we can do that. And did the same thing with some green pepper plants. And we have 4 over here. The Swiss chard's not coming up yet, and it may struggle because Swiss chard does like cooler weather. We don't have any green beans popping up yet. I have the netting on most of this garden, and mostly for the birds, because the birds also like to eat the little small plants. And I did finally use these hoops, which I found I was pretty impressed with how easy they were to put together. They come in little sections and you can make them as long as you want or as short as you want. I had originally purchased them for some raised beds in my old property and never used it. It doesn't come with netting, but it does come with these clips that hold it in place, and they're easy to pull off if you need to get in there or make readjustments. So I am struggling to keep everything watered up here. I have to haul 5-gallon buckets of water, and I'm just using my SUV to get them up here. But it's still labor intensive, and now that we're getting nice weather, things keep drying out. So cucumbers did see this little baby one here yesterday, so that's encouraging. Zucchini's not up yet, but this is the tomato plants here, and the peppers are doing very well in the potted pots. And we have more calendula popping up along this side of the garden. And I usually don't ever buy lettuce already growing, but again, we went back to the hardware store yesterday and their 6-packs were reduced even more. So did get some planted in here. I wanted to try some in a pot anyway, so we can just have ready to clip salad. So the vegetable garden looks promising. There's something starting to sprout. We are having an issue with a couple of the trees in our orchard, and it looks like we might lose them. And mostly I think it's because of moisture. The ground is too wet in some areas. So I'm going to turn you around and show you what they look like. This is one of our cherry trees, and the ground doesn't look too wet today, but I am not sure. It looks like it's just going to drop its leaves, and it's really stressed out. The leaves are turning yellow. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Our other cherry tree looks better than the other one. You still see some yellow leaves there on the inside. This one has issues with dryness. It's too dry in this area, so I've had to make sure I keep watering this one. But I think at least I can control the water. It's not, the other one has no choice but to sit in the water. Our apple trees seem to be doing well. This one also is in an area where it gets dry, so it needs to be watered occasionally. And this one is also doing okay. And we do have to keep an eye on the water level in this one, but it looks like it's drying out. This is one of the other trees that I think we might lose, and this is our only peach tree. And it actually came with some little peaches already on there, but this area has been very damp for the past, since we planted it. Things do seem to be drying out now. They do dry out during the summer. When we visited the property last fall, everything was very dry. So hopefully they will bounce back. This pear tree seems to be doing well, even though it is in a very damp area also, but it doesn't seem to be suffering. And this is our other pear tree, is also looks healthy. And this area is looks a little damp right now, but it looks like it's drying up. And we have our berry plants. These are blueberry plants, and these got a little stressed before I had a chance to put them in the ground. So, but they do look like they're doing okay. Their leaves had already turned a little that orange color previous to planting. And we have another one back here. And then our other blueberry plant right here. I'm going to need to water these today. And we did pick up a couple raspberry bushes at the hardware store. They were discounting them. So this one looks very healthy. This was actually kind of a wet spot, but you can see it's dry right now. And this one also looks quite healthy. They're pretty good size. They're about 3 feet tall. We also have tons of blackberry bushes. This all along the bottom of the tree line here. That's all flowering blackberry bushes. And we are finding them all over the property. So it should be a good berry season. So we're hoping things are going to continue drying out. We do have some dry days ahead of us, which is good for all the other water on the property as well. But I think it'll be good for the fruit trees, and that way we can control how much water they're getting. Let us know if you have an orchard and any issues you've had with your trees. I haven't had a chance to check on anything, look up anything, but definitely seeing that there's too much water in some areas, and I think that is creating a problem. Thanks for joining me today. Please like and share this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, we'd love it if you did. We'll see you next time. Bye.
I'll keep praying to heaven and fighting like hell.